Guys, we're going to start actually with Ian standing, okay? So like I was just mentioning, if he steps too deep or he has a lead leg and I can get in close, I have some leg entries. And I think your ability to do these effectively probably goes down against a skilled guy. Like if Ian and I are going, I know he knows leg locks, like I may not get this, but it may set up some other things, okay? But they're very good for practice regardless, okay? So any side he leads with, that's the one I'm going to attack, okay? And I'm just going to go shin to shin. And there's all kinds of false reaps and all that stuff, but we're going to do some fundamental stuff for now. So he leads, look, my shin's going to come across and basically plant on his foot, and I grab. You don't have to grab too deep here. I just put my forearm, like the area I'm finishing the heel hook in, right across, right? And it's kind of, not really gripping, but it's towards my opposite leg. So my other free leg, right, is going to hook, okay? And this is going to be the same when we get into the guard. So we were here, he stepped in, look, I grip right away, and I scoop my body in if I need to, okay? So I kind of created a grip so he can't retreat and he can't continue to drive forward, okay? And this leg is hooked on the other side or just here, right? I don't want it over here because this is the way we're going to fall, all right? So I cleared it. I have all this space now. All right, so look, I'm going to fall towards Rob on the side of my body, and I'm going to lift. So I use my shin to lift and my hand. So we're here, look, I fall, and my leg comes up, and now I go right into this leg, right where we were. If he goes all the way over, that's great, and we can get into that maybe at the end today. But chances are he'll probably base. So we ended up here, right? So one more time. So we're going to do top to bottom, an entry, a finish, and a heel hook. So he steps in, we're here, maybe we'll put him grip, lift, push, fall. So when I come up, guys, look, I'm pulling right down to my armpit area. So we ended up here. Now, I'm hooked. I'm right in the position we were at the beginning of the class, right? So now I'm going to drive him this direction, and immediately grip his knee, above his knee, and touch like this, right? This is just how we started last week. So now I'm going to go right for the heel hook, okay? We only did the outside straight last week. Usually I'll go for a straight and then a heel because when he boots, the heel hook is kind of a good, okay, you're booting, but you're not defending your heel. So we're here. So I'm going to be loose so you guys can see. So where my arm is right now, this isn't a good spot to break because his toes are way too far through. For a heel hook, I should be just below the armpit pinning the toes, okay? It kind of stops him from kicking through. If I'm here, he can boot and he's hooking and I have to adjust, all right? So I want kind of just below, right, like here. So it exposes his heel much more. Where if I'm under the armpit, it's very hard for me to get that break, okay? So we landed, and you can be on your elbow here just for drill purposes. So where do I need? If my elbow is usually about at his toes, I know I'm kind of in a good spot to attack. If I'm down here, I'm not. Right? I'm not going to get it. So I need to move. So all I'm going to do, we're going to do two versions of how to expose the heel. And the first one is I basically just lift my hips in the air. Okay, we're here, but I fall this direction. Look, here, and I lift. See how my hips are off the mat, guys? My hand comes back. I was here. My hand goes to my low back, palm up. Right here, lift, palm up. Now, my wrist is exactly on his heel now. Everybody sees that? That's where I need to be to get the actual heel hook. If I'm like this, too deep, you're going to be hunting and not getting anything, right? This. Think of thumbs up. This is the spot you want it at. So if you're with a partner, and I'm like, Ian, that doesn't feel tight, right? Boom, pull this back. Thumbs up, expose the heel, and grips. So top to bottom. And I'll show you the finish. I know it's a lot, guys, but I want to make sure we're good. So he steps in, grip, lift, super slow motion. I know, sorry, pull, hips. Whether you're double outside or inside doesn't matter. All right, now I drive my hips up and turn, immediately grab the knee, okay? Now, for the heel, look, my hand comes off my chest to my low back, and I lift my hips. Everybody sees my hand? Lifting my hips made space for my hand. Now think if you have like a gun or I don't know another analogy here. I'm like drawing my gun, right? Boom, exposing the heel. Palm is up right now. I grip my palm. Everything's tight. I drive my hips through his knee, right? And I'm gonna bring his toes to his butt. I don't even care if you get a tap. To rep these 10 reps a night to the tap, it's still gonna put some tension on everything in your foot. So as long as the position is right and your partner says, I can tell it's right, don't worry so much about the tap, okay? So, again, we were here. Lift the hips, bring the hand back. Thumb up. Everybody sees this, where my hand is? That's where it should be to get the heel. For now, gable grip. Think of driving his toes to his butt, my hips through his knee, and going belly down like that. That's perfect. Good? We're on his knee, and he does this. It's the same thing, right? So we had one from standing, now we have the same thing if your partner does this. So I come in, everything's the same. Look, grip, and I frame, or grip, right? And I fall this way. And now look, as I pull this in, my other leg goes down, and we're here, all right? I drive this way. I grip for control here. I prefer this lock just because of my knee. Knees up, okay? This is fine. I like double outside. So we're here. So we grip. Now, let's say I'm having trouble getting this heel just by lifting my hips. I can take my hand off his thigh and I literally try to get as close to his heel as I can to expose it, right? So look, we're in a good position here. I'm blocking Ian from coming up. I lift my hips and my top hand. Look how far I come off the mat. We landed, boom, I lift and now I have his heel. And I put it right where I need it. And now I keep my hand on his heel. My other hand comes to my wrist. And now the finish is the same. I drive through the hips, I drop my weight, and I rotate. But the difference now with this grip is I pull his heel. So there's pressure here, and I'm continuing to pull so it looks like that. Sorry. Even that is a lot of pressure, right? And so you got to go easy, guys. So, all right, from top to bottom. We enter here. Grip. Go down this time? Yeah, so if we're here, right? People rolling, and then maybe they step up. Grip. Rotate. Look, right when we're about here, I pull and replace, and we go right down. Grip. Now, I can't get the heel here. He's booting. My other hand is gonna, look, I almost go belly down. I come up, my other hand finds the heel. Got the heel, right? I got it right in the spot I need, and I drop. My other hand grips, palm up. Now when I finish, guys, I pull the heel, drive the hips, and my shoulder that's on the mat does a half circle. It's not gonna take much there. If he's fighting and rolling, you have a really good grip for him. You can't, a lot of his escapes are kind of neutralized, for at least for a minute, because of that heel grip. So the only thing I kind of notice, guys, when you guys are going for the heel, a lot of you are in this position, but your elbow's flared like this. See all this space here? Look, you really have to pin this. This is what it should be. Your elbow should be in tight, and these grips can all come later, whatever grip you decide to use. But if this is flared, like really, it's very easy to get out, and I know he's not going to have the mechanism or the mechanics to finish. But that is already tight. Look, it's hard for me to boot through there. Flare your elbow though. But this, guys, like that's real easy. So that was the only thing I noticed. But the entries are real smooth. They look good. So we have an outside straight, a defense to the outside straight. We have an outside heel hook and a separate another way to expose the heel. So now let's do an outside heel hook defense, and then we'll drill both of them. Okay, so Ian's got mine. Everything's good. If it's here, guys, there's different things we're gonna have to do, but we're gonna go from the beginning, Ian. So before you get my heel, right? Okay. And we'll get into what if he has it already later. But this is kind of where we're starting, right? So he has the ability to attack right now. He doesn't really have anything locked, but his positioning is really good. Hard for me to boot because he's in the right spot, right? It's below the armpit, I can't boot. But I still have base. So look, we're here, I'm basing. My other foot is based just like when we peeled, right? But I scoot into him. Now I know what he needs to do to finish my heel. He has to expose my heel, right? And when he does, right there, that's all I look for. My hand that's on the outside grabs his hip. Look, hook the hip. Now, as he continues to go, I drive with this and I pull. And I pull my heel back. If he goes belly down here, guys, oh, I'm sorry, I got you locked. Which is why I like the outside. If he goes belly down, he'll usually end up in turtle, okay? But this is a really good, it's very much based on timing, but I know what he needs to do to finish. He needs to lift his hips. So when he does, I keep pulling his hips up, right? Right there, he's got my heel. Hips are up, right? Go back in. So we're gonna start like this, guys. Your partner's in the attack position. He's got my leg. Hard for me to boot because he's below the armpit. Base, scoop my body in and grip the hip. Now I'm gonna peel and I kick my like ballerina foot, my foot through. So this foot, guys, is here. I kick it through and boot. All right, here and here. Everything's gonna be at once, so look, but I'll go slow. Grip, base, lift the hip. He lifts, I push and lock and drive up. Now, my knee is clear. All right, regardless of what he does here, if he scrambles or whatever, I can lock down, take a back step. I'll leave it up to you guys what you want to do after that. But you're cleared from that leg position, okay? And now the knee angle is going to come in quite a bit to play when we do 50-50 in the inside heel hook. So where your knee is going to matter a lot, all right? So one last time. Start here. He's going from the straight. Having trouble escaping, but I'm like, okay, he's gonna go for the heel. Boom, he's going. Hip, face, lift, pull, push my leg through, and then boot it. Like that. Forward. If I stay back here, I'm gonna give him time to adjust and maybe do a lot of other things, maybe attack the other or bring it to the other side. Questions on that? Okay, so the last thing. He has me in the straight again, guys. It doesn't matter if he's going for the heel hook or the straight, all right? But I'm gonna re-attack him. And I usually do this kind of last resort, or if I just don't want to roll with Sean anymore. But guys, the positioning is the same. Maybe I can't drive up, maybe I can't boot through, all right? But this, he's in the exact right position, but it's a little vulnerable. Right? I can't heel hook him here because his heels. Watch. I'm gonna rotate my body and find his toes. All right, and now I'm gonna pull his toes and I fall towards the camera. My back does not go flat to the mat. I stay on my side, all right? And I'm gonna Estima lock him here. If you don't know the Estima lock, it's an ankle lock on the chest. But if I go flat, I have nothing. So look here, we couldn't escape like this. I couldn't come up. Last resort, man. Rotate and grip, all right? Now, as I peel this off, I rear naked choke his heel with my arm. Look, super slow motion, right? Boom. Boom. Palm up. See how I fell on an angle though? I'm not straight. I'm on an angle and I'm tight. And his heel is on, or his foot is on my chest. This is nothing. I'm gonna really have to readjust here. So when I fall, guys, it's on the side. So again, everything's tight. Last resort, grip the toes, pull, and I want my body here. And this palm faces me. Boom. 1, 2. See, I'm on my side. My back is not on the mat. And now look, his foot's in the center of my chest. I rotate across the toes. Palm says hello to my other palm. And I'm tight. Now, the finish isn't just this. I don't want to separate from my chest. I peel this elbow down and drive this forward and do a sit-up. That. If I just do this, Ian's going to win. But I do this, elbow down, drive. Big difference, right? One's a toe hold with really just a toe hold grip. The other is my whole body driving forward and rotating, right? It's going to make a big difference. But just remember, I'll do it again. We're here. Go step by step. Base and toes. Peel. Dive. Palm faces me. Dive on an angle. My hand says hello to my other hand. Over the toes. Peel down. Drive forward. Sit up. All right? So we'll finish with this. So you have an outside straight, a defense to an outside straight, an outside heel hook, 2 ways to expose the heel, a defense to the heel, and now a counter attack. All right? Can't do any of the stuff we've learned so far. Grip, peel, dive, rotate, tight, palm to palm, palm says hello to my other palm. Forearm is on the toes in the same area that we're heel hooking. Not down here. Here. Grip. Peel down. When I peel down, guys, it's rotating his toe too. You can feel that, right? Like that. Look, if we can get this double grip too if we're tight. It's fine. But for now, get this. Peel down. Push forward. Do a sit-up. A lot of pressure, right? Yeah, I mean, it's not a heel hook, but you're going to blow the ankle out. Guys, thank you very much again. I really appreciate being here, and I love teaching the sequence, and I really do think it's important, and we'll build on it next week. Good work. Thanks, guys.